Dicots, they normally have a taproot. Sometimes plants can adapt to the environment and switch, but when you think of a dicot, majority of the time it's taproot. So taproots are the type of roots that they just kind of have this main root, and then they'll have like these little like individuals coming out, but mostly it's this main root, and that's what'll like store nutrients, thing is that. And like when you think of like a taproot, think like a carrot. So carrots are dicots. They have a taproot, and you know that's what they do. And taproots are pretty much, they go down, or a dandelion too. Taproots, they go down and they kind of mine for minerals and water, and that's why like you put like plants like roots like beets and carrots and like even tomatoes too, and like some soil with depth, so they can actually go down and actually like develop their taproot, you know. And yeah, so that's what the unique thing for these. Like these taproots are so tough too. And then going on to monocots. Monocots, they, we're talking about grasses, corn, so they have fibrous roots. So they're more about kind of like taking control of like the upper layer of the soil. So instead of going down like the taproots do, what they do is kind of like spread out near the surface, and that's kind of how they build up like. They just take up so it'll be like decaying like nutrients from like how we talked about organic material. It'll be in the decaying nutrients from that's getting broken down, and it's being released into the soil from the soil's layer, like top layer, and that'll get absorbed into the roots. So their whole adaptation pretty much is like, instead of having to dig deep down, we just gonna get it from the top for real. So when it rains and stuff gets broken down, they take all that water and nutrients from the top and absorb it instead of having to grow all the way down. So again, that's kind of like our grasses and sugarcane and corn, things like that. So now going to their leaf type, so y'all can like see it when you go outside. So for like taproots, now this kind of like a maple tree leaf, but pretty much when you look at a taproot, if you see, when you look at a dicot, when you see leaves that have like web-like veins, like that kind of, and they kind of like, look web-like, that's a dicot. So like maple trees, tomatoes, again, going back to corn, things like that, those are dicots. But when you see plants that have leaves that are like, have these parallel veins and they're going like up, they just go up and down, but they're just parallel, so they never like intersect and cross. Those are monocots. So like going back, that's grasses, sugarcane, coconuts, how we talked before, like those type of plants, right? So, if you go outside, go look and see if you can spot the difference for real, right? Because it's always good to know. And then going between their flowers, so dicots, they normally grow, like have petals in groups multiples of like 4 or 5. 4 or 5. So you see the flower kind of look like this, or it'll just be like, let me see if I can draw one real quick. Like this.